What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Black Republican Theory. My name is Terry, your host. Before we get into today's story, I would like for you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So, uh, a couple of months ago, I talked about the rapper Young Thug and his RICO charges. The evidence that was brought against him was, the prosecutors used his lyrics out of his rap songs and said, hey, he's running a criminal enterprise, that his lyrics show evidence of the actions that him and his quote unquote gang are the crime that they're perpetrating, that they are carrying forward within, the Atlanta metro area, right? And so I said, hey, I'm sounding the alarm right now that there is going to be red flag laws based on this and based on the words as violence concept that was kind of getting thrown around. And so, sure enough, I mean, there's going to be some consequences from that. And most recently, he sent a tweet to Michael Phelps, of all people, and somehow, some way, he is being reprimanded for that. They're adding on to that. But along those same lines of, words as violence, comes a new lawsuit that has happened already, and it is the Cardi B versus Latasha K, or whatever Cardi B's real name is, which is Berkelis something, versus Latasha K, aka Tasha K, in which Tasha K had about 20 videos where she was talking trash about Cardi B, and Cardi B sued for defamation and won $3.3 million, along with an order to have Tasha K remove these 20 videos, and the videos were subsequently removed by Tasha K. But now Cardi B is taking that a step further. After she won the money, she's now actually, she filed a writ of execution in which, she's saying, hey, we're actually going to come seize and garnish any assets that you own. And so, Cardi B is not playing around. She's not messing around. However, I will say, what makes me kind of suspicious of all of this is that the things that Tasha K was saying in her lawsuit, were all actually things that Cardi B had previously said, that Cardi B had previously thrown out there of her, participating in robbing individuals. And so I don't understand how that how that the jury came to that and how the judge decided that that amount is fair. But Tasha K is filing an appeal, and she is stopping, she is trying to file an injunction to stop her assets being seized. And in the meantime, she's actually moved from Atlanta down to South Florida. So we'll see how that comes out. But while, the Tasha K, and Cardi B situation is playing out, I actually want to talk about a more in-depth type of, words as violence situation. So here in the Baltimore area, we have the Baltimore Banner, which recently ran an op-ed by a conservative activist named Brian Griffiths. And what Brian Griffiths was saying in his article, which was entitled, his op-ed titled, "Your Political Flags Shouldn't Fly at Our Government Buildings," what he's essentially saying is that any flag that is making a political statement, aside from the American flag, should not be flown at public buildings in a manner that says that it is state sanctioned. So he's saying about flying a pride flag or Black Lives Matter flag, Let's Go Brandon flag, or even a Confederate battle flag should not be flown over government buildings. And it is his right to have that opinion, whether you agree with it or not. But the fools on Twitter, and often some of them are just bots, seem to take issue with that. And so there is only a few people that I saw that actually said, hey, he has the right to free speech. But the vast majority of people were canceling their Baltimore Banner subscriptions. They were saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is actually, that someone would actually run such a story and yada, yada, yada. They've even started to attack and email the editor of, the Baltimore Banner, who made a gut decision. Hey, we're going to run the story. There's a dangerous attack on free speech in this country. And the true Americans have to stand up for that. And the true patriots have to stand up for that. Because the next thing is that, people are going to start coming for you and your wallets directly. If you give them an inch based on what you can say, they're next going to start going for your thoughts. Now, if you don't believe me when I'm saying that, you can look no further than New York State, okay? So New York State is now, they have new laws on the books that say when you purchase guns, you have to actually go through a social media background check and all these other things, right? And so like that law is very draconian, but it is taking it a step further. There are some credit card companies now that are trying to spark an industry-wide change to push their merchants to cooperate with the credit card company to track gun sales, and hence that information will be further pushed along, meaning that it can be requested for the different government agencies and entities. So now they're really coming for your right to even protect yourself and defend yourself. The vast majority of gun violence in this country are people who are either suicidal and they're harming themselves, or yes, let's just face it, it's crime of poverty. That poverty is the highest correlation with violent crime, right? The vast majority of gun use, though, that's gun harm, gun deaths, the vast majority of gun use were solely to scare off would-be crimes, which are hence not reported into official crime reporting data here in the FBI, okay? The most recent numbers are 2019, not this 2016. But the gun control advocates will not focus on those uses where a gun was presented to hinder and scare off someone. They only focus on the big news-making cases, such as when a massacre or a shooting of some sort happens. We need to get away from this. And quite frankly, there's an attack on free speech, and it's coming to your doorstep. So I hope you all get ready. Along those same lines, while I'm on this, is that a couple of days ago, I did a show on how your data and information will be used through credit card, through your credit card purchases. And this is a clear example of it. If the NRA is slamming and the financial services industry for tracking your gun purchases, you got to know that something is nefarious is afoot. Meaning that these big companies will be tracking your data, and if they track that, I'm sure they're going to start tracking other things as well. For example, let's just remember who the biggest investor into some of these credit card companies and financial services is actually some investment groups like Blackstone. And if they can pair your credit card data up with your ancestry information and your DNA, they're now selling complete packages tailored to each individual person, and they can sell those off to marketing companies so that they can market you down right onto the metadata level. And let's just be honest, they'll probably extend way beyond this, such as who really owns our social media. Guys, these are things that we have to think about, and we have to sound the alarm now. Hey guys, this has been the show for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Black Republican Theory. I hope that you guys will tune in for more. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.